Welcome to your Heart Flow yoga class this Monday morning on President's Day. For today's practice, you'll need 2 blocks or 2 stacks of books about 5 inches high each, and a yoga bolster or a pillow from your bed or couch. A clear space on your floor will be very useful, and a yoga mat if you have that. So begin to get settled in. We're actually going to start on our feet today. I like to start us in mountain. And if you're not feeling like standing up, no worries there. Just take a seat. We're going to practice on our feet. I want to center us. So if you feel the 4 corners of your feet on the earth here, raising your 10 toes up, feel how you feel the balls of your feet as well as your heels. Feel the arches of your feet raise. And now one by one, trickle down, set down your toes, all 10 of them back to the earth. See if you can keep the 4 corners of your feet deeply on the earth here. Taking a deep breath from your feet all the way up your spine, your body, to the crown of your head. See if your head can kind of float up off its shoulders, dropping your shoulders away from ears. Hands will come down to your sides here. Your hands can kind of flare as if they're trying to touch that earth there. And if that's uncomfortable to you, your hands can just be at your sides. This is Tadasana Mountain Pose. On this cold, wintry day, I just wanted to start us in Tadasana to really build up our heat of our inner core, get our yoga practice started right away. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. Open your mouth and let everything away, all that stress that may have built up over the weekend, the past week, please let it go for at least this hour practice. And if you see the stress, come back. If you notice it in your mind's eye, see if you can just breathe, focusing on the breath and not giving in to any stress or pressure in your life. Right here and now, this present moment is all we ever have. Bringing your hands to your heart space together. Feel your thumbs come in towards your heart. See if you can feel your heart beating against your hands. Maybe feeling the breath rise and fall out of your chest. How you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. See, from this heart space open practice, you can really get into how you love yourself. And I mean that with these various asanas. They may be difficult for you. Please not to worry. See if you can just love the space you're in again in that here and now, no matter where you're at in your ability. I want to practice a pranayama, a breath practice. It's grounding, so you'll feel your feet really sink deeply in the earth. It's called mountain breath. It goes along with Tadasana, this physical asana. And it's about, I'll show you first, and then we'll practice a few rounds together. Inhaling your arms up, palms unite above your head. You bend in all fingertips towards one another, but your pointer finger is released. You lengthen your spine up. And then on your exhale, bringing your palms of hands down to your thighs, rounding slightly your spine, bringing chin slightly towards chest. And we'll practice about 5 rounds together. So inhale to prepare, bringing hands away from heart, drop them back down to your sides. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, hands circle above your head. Fingers unite except for pointer fingers, release them. Lengthen spine. And exhale, bring those palms of hands to the tops of your thighs. Press deeply and slightly round your spine. Coming up, inhale naturally. Exhale naturally. Inhaling up. Linking fingers, releasing pointer fingers, lengthen spine. Exhale, release this breath, bringing palms of hands back to your thighs, slightly rounding spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling up, palms unite, releasing pointer fingers. Exhale, bring hands down. Press onto thighs. Inhaling up, exhale. 2 more rounds, inhaling, lengthening spine. Exhale. Inhale naturally. Exhale. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Allow that pranayama breath practice to go now. Maybe checking in, noticing how you feel in your mind, your body, your heart space. Is there anything you need to bring to mind right here? Drop it into your heart. Something you might work for in self-love. Mountain breath is known to relieve anxiety and fully ground you. Ground your feet, ground your hands on your thighs. If you find yourself breathing heavy and something really agitates you, maybe try this mountain breath. So let's get rolling in our practice. Bring your hands up again, above head, palms together, releasing your pointer fingers. Exhale to your left side, the side of the feminine, the cooling energy left. Inhale to center, exhale to right side, the masculine side for heat. Crescent moon pose on your feet. Inhaling up, circle hands down, and then join them behind your back. Join fingers at your lower sacrum, or you can grab onto your elbows or your forearms, wherever's comfortable here for you. See if you can separate your feet so that they are about hip width apart. Inhale to look up, raising chin to sky. Exhale to begin to fold torso over legs. Stop wherever you feel resistance and just breathe into right there. Bringing the crown of the head closest to the floor as you can go. Checking in with your breath. Inhale as you slowly, gently come back up, raising torso. Let go of hands here and just bend into your knees, kind of just step it out. This is a nice stretch to do if you ever get any in your arches of your feet cramping. This just a slight step here. I want to practice that folding posture, standing folding pose, but I want to bend into each knee at a time. So take your hands again behind your back. Maybe if your fingers were united, maybe take an opposite folding of your hands here. So let's bend into our left knee, starting with that cooling side, and then just begin to slightly come over your legs. Maybe your hands raise up off your back. Bringing your awareness in your right leg. Feeling that beautiful stretch along your hamstrings and possibly quad muscles. your calf as well. Raise yourself up, bend into that right knee, and just take a breath here, inhaling, exhaling. See if you can fold your torso again over your legs in any amount, maybe taking those hands up off your lower back sacrum area. Coming back up, releasing hands, and see if you can bring your shoulders up to your ears, back, down. Feel your heart space float out to the horizon in front of you. Bring your palms of hands together at your heart space, and then bring them out to a T. Let's practice a few shoulder rolls here. So how I mean that, we're going to have our arms to a T, palms faced up to the sky, and then on our exhale, take your palms of hands and face them to the earth. Inhale, palms up to sky. Exhale, palms to the earth. Inhale again, palms to sky. Exhale, palms of hands to the earth. And begin to turn to your left side, allowing your arms to remain in a T. Inhale to come to center. Exhale to your right side now, maybe gazing out over your right shoulder. Coming back to center on your inhale, dropping hands down to your sides, and then just shake your arms out a little bit. Let's do a few half sun spouse together. Inhale, arms up. Exhale on breath. See if you can fold your torso over your legs. Inhale, lengthening spine. Hands can come to your shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, hands to heart space. What do you love about yourself? Find one thing here. Bring it to mind. Inhale for half sun salutation. Exhale, fold it out. Inhale, raise your spine, hands to come to shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, hands back to heart space. Let's roll into full sun salutations, building heat now. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raising spine, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the earth and step back to high plank. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale. Dropping knees to earth. See if your tailbone can kind of float up to the sky, and bring your chest and chin to the earth. So your tailbone's up. Inhale your heart space out in between your hands, coming into low cobra. Feel the palms of your hands unite on the earth, tops of feet down onto the earth. Curl toes under and bring hips to heels. Inhale to table, curling toes. Exhale, down dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here in downward facing dog, really feeling the connection of your feet on the earth, hands on the earth, and tailbone up towards sky, coming into an upward faced V, or a downward face V, sorry. Bend into knees and step lightly in between your hands, raising torso up, hands come to shins, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, raising yourself up. Exhale, drop hands to heart space. Let's practice another sun salutation. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flattening back, hands to shins or earth. Exhale, fold. Step feet back, coming into high plank. Taking a few breaths here. Dropping knees to the earth. See if your chest can come down to the earth while your hips remain up. On your next exhalation, press your heart space out in between your shoulders, your arms, tops of feet down on that earth. Low cobra. Now bring your hands to the top corner of your mat. And on your next exhalation, see if you can raise a little higher into a high cobra or upward facing dog. Breathe right here and now. How are you feeling in this present moment of time? See if you can look to your left. Come to center and look to your right. Come to center, curl toes under, and bring your hips to your heels, coming into extended child's pose. Curling toes under if they're not. Bring your hips on your exhale up to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Really enjoying this stretch right here and now. This is a beautiful inversion. You don't have to go to a full-fledged headstand or handstand or any other inversion because this one is as beautiful as those peak poses. Bend into your knees and step lightly in between your hands, allowing your torso to hang over your legs and maybe just kind of sway from left to right here, allowing your spine, all the small bits of your spine to kind of release and the fascia within your spine. When you're ready, begin to roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Welcome to Tadasana again, mountain pose. Feeling that earth right underneath the four corners of your feet. Heart float out into the horizon, belly is up and in to spine. Shoulders away from ears again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, palms of hands to heart space, and step your left foot about 3 to 4 feet back and railroad track your feet so that they're separated and not in one line. You don't want to fall over. Bend into your right knee here, and your left foot will be at like 3 o'clock, so it'll be diagonal. Inhale, arms up to sky. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Exhale your hands back behind you. Connect them in any way at your lower back area. Leaving your right leg bent here, your right knee bent. Inhale to look up, maybe floating your heart up towards sky. Exhale as you begin to fold on the inside of your right leg, coming into humble warrior, bowing to yourself. You have all the intelligence you need. No one's going to give it to you because you already know where you're at in life. The breath will bring you to knowing what that intelligence is. Pressing heavily into your feet, begin on inhale to raise yourself back up. Let go of your hands. Bring them back up on inhale. On exhale, separate into a wide V, and then bend at elbows, coming into cactus arms. And then bring the points of your elbows out, and that'll help you arch slightly your upper back, floating your heart again up to sky. Noticing where your belly is. Bring it up and into your spine so that you can protect your lower back. Coming back to center, dropping your hands to your sides. Let's step our left foot to meet right, and we're going to reverse that whole practice. So step your right foot back 3 to 4 feet, separate feet so that they're not on the same line, and bend into that front knee. The left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle, keeping your knee right over your ankle. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to this time, bend your elbows, point elbow out towards the front of you, and maybe look up slightly to the sky, floating that heart space up. Really relishing in your breath, inhaling and exhaling here. Dropping your hands on your exhalation to your sides. And then inhale them back up. Float them behind you, connecting differently. Maybe today you want to try reverse prayer hands. That's where your palms, fingertips will begin to unite at your lower back or upper shoulder area. And if you're not feeling that today, don't worry about it. Just connect differently. Maybe it'll be at your forearms. Seriously, wherever you're at is just beautiful. Do not worry. Inhale, raising heart up to sky. Exhale to begin to fold on the inside of your left leg. What could you bow to yourself, your personality, your being? What could you bow to? Are you kind and generous? Are you very intelligent, a great problem solver? Whatever is coming to mind, please bow to it. Bow to yourself. Press into your feet, raise yourself back up, allowing your left knee to still be bent into that 90-degree angle, and then release your hands to your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale for a wide V. Warrior one. As you're ready, lengthen that left leg long. Bring your hands again to your heart space. And then let's begin to fold slightly out over our left leg, coming into pyramid posture. Here is a perfect space to use your blocks, or just stay up here to your thigh, hands come to thigh. I'm going to grab my blocks to show you that, or your books, pardon me. So we're folding over this left leg. Hands can come to our blocks, the floor, the ankle, calf, or thigh. Allow your head, your neck to release, and with breath, inhale, lengthening spine, exhale, fold. With each breath, feel it as if it's an ocean wave. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale, fold maybe a little deeper. Remembering again, if you feel resistance, that's where you stop today. Inhale to come back up. Hands again to your heart space, and step your right foot to meet left. And then step your left foot back. Railroad track them again. And then keep this right leg long. We're going to practice pyramid posture on this side now. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. On the end of that exhalation, rest there. And then inhale. Exhale, fold more. Remembering to use your props if you choose. or hands come to the earth, the ankle, calf, or thigh. Remembering to really ride the breath, meaning experience the breath, witness it. Inhale, raise spine some. Exhale, fold. If you find your mind flying around with thoughts such as, I really hate this pose, it's not working for me. I mean, try to not give in to your mind, but if you feel any pressure that you need to come up a little bit. See how it goes in the mind. Now come back up on your inhalation and step your left foot to meet right. And then shake that out. And stand in Tadasana here. Feeling the four corners of your feet. Raise your arms up. Exhale, fly down, folding over your legs. Coming back up in Uttasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise yourself up. Exhale, hands to heart space. Here, let's point our right toes to the back of our mat and step out our left foot so that it's like at 4 to 5 feet apart. Leave that back foot, the left foot, so that it's flush to the back of your mat. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, bend into right knee. The right knee, again, should be right over your right ankle. Shoulders come away from ears. Beautiful Virabhadrasana 2. See if you can really spread your fingers, seeing if you can touch the walls, or as if you're touching the walls in your house. Bring that belly up and in towards spine. Breathing here as you gaze towards the right hand and beyond. Begin to raise this right hand up towards sky, taking your left hand to either your thigh or behind your lower back. Feeling that stretch along the right side of your body. Reverse warrior. Remaining bent in the right knee here. Coming back up, arms to a T, bend into this right elbow and place your right forearm on top of your right thigh, and then circle out in front of you, your left arm long, and see if you can bring your bicep of your left arm up over your left ear. Pressing firmly with your forearm on your thigh, bringing that heart space up in any amount towards the ceiling. Pressing into feet coming up, lengthen this right leg, and see if here you can begin to press with your right fingertips towards that back wall and drop your hands anywhere you feel is good. This is a great space to bring a prop into play, bringing that block or book into the inside of your right foot, floating that heart space out in front of you, and then your left arm will come up towards the sky. Welcome to Trikonasana, triangle pose. Your gaze can come out in front of you or looking up to your left fingertips. Really enjoying the breath in this posture. With each breath comes space. So enjoying the space you create in your body and mind. Pressing into feet, Raising yourself up, maybe bringing your block with you, and just switch it to the other hand and bring it to the other side of the mat. We're just going to turn, makes it very easy. So turning our feet. Now our left toe tips point to the front of our mat, and possibly our right foot is flush, so it's parallel to the back of our mat. And I might have front and back of mat wrong, but you get the idea. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, bending into this left knee. Gaze out over left fingertips. Enjoying the breath you create in Warrior Two. See, within each exhalation, your shoulders can drop a little bit away from your ears. On your next exhalation, flip the palm of your left hand and circle that arm up and over your body. Coming into Exalted Warrior, Reverse Warrior. Your left knee will remain bent here. Exhale, bring it back to Warrior Two, bending into left elbow. Place left forearm on left thigh and circle out in front of you your right hand now. Right bicep over right ear. And really press firmly. Forearm to thigh, thigh to forearm, and floating that heart space up towards sky. Pressing into your feet, raising yourself up. Maybe you want to step that back foot in a bit. You're going to lengthen this left leg long and arms to a T, pressing to the back side wall. Exhale, drop it down wherever's comfy to you. Could be a block, could be a book, could be your thigh, calf, ankle, floor. Options, many of them in yoga. Floating this right hand up towards sky so that your arms are at the same, like they're equal. Coming into a T with your arms. Head can look up towards the sky or out to horizon. Breathe here. Coming back up, pressing into feet, dropping your hands down to your sides, maybe removing your props out from under your mat or from under you on your mat. Leave your feet separated beyond hip width. So like at 4 feet or 5, bring your hands to your hips, creating a C with your thumbs and pointer fingers. Come onto your hips. Inhale, lengthen spine, shoulders slide away from ears. Begin to gaze up, heart floated to sky. On your next exhalation, begin to fold over your wide legs in any amount, dropping the crown of the head towards the earth. If you would like to have your block or book so that your palms of hands can come onto that prop, you can do that. And on your exhale, you're just going to bend, bringing your head again down towards earth. Press into the surface, whatever it is beneath your hands. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Practice that inhaling, raising spine some, exhale, fold. As we did in another posture, and I was telling you to kind of like it's a wave. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Beginning to feel that breath up and down your spine in this wide leg forward fold. Bringing your left hand Right underneath your gaze, begin to circle your right arm up towards the sky. Bring your arms to a T, floating your heart space to the side, the right side. Exhale, drop your right hand down, replace it where the left hand was, and circle that left arm up to sky. Here, this is the twist in wide leg forward fold, beginning to wring out not only your digestion area, but also wringing out your mind, maybe something that's been bothering you. Exhale, fold, dropping your hands to your block or the floor, allowing that crown of head to be pointed towards the floor. Begin to step your feet one at a time in towards one another, and then slowly come up one vertebra at a time, coming to Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale up, exhale fold. Inhale, raising spine, hands can come to the shin or the earth. Exhale, fold. Let's step it back to down dog, one foot at a time, raising our hips in an upside down V. Bringing your awareness now to your underarm area. See if you can really begin to carve out space as you press firmly in the four corners of your hands, the four corners of your feet or ball of foot. Carve out space in your underarm area. Raise up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale as you bring your heels to the right side. Inhale, raising up to middle on balls of feet. Exhale to left side. Inhale as you raise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, dropping knees. And then drop your belly as you look up. Exhale to cat, rounding spine, bringing chin towards chest. Inhale, looking up, arching your back slightly. Exhale, rounding spine. Inhale and exhale. Practice a few more cat-cows in your own breath and time. I'm going to float us once we're finished with this cat-cow. I'm going to float us right here from tabletop into pigeon posture. So I'm going to show you two different views here. So bring your right knee towards your right wrist and then float your left foot towards your left wrist. Show you from this vantage point. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist and float out your left ankle towards your left hand. And your shin need not be parallel right here. If it's diagonal, that means that's where you need to be. Walk your left knee back in any amount. And if you notice that your right hip is up off the earth, I'm not mirroring you now, by the way. You're going to take your prop, whatever that is, and put it right underneath your right hip. Welcome to your pigeon posture. You can stay here on your hands or begin to fold over that folded leg, coming down into forearms or sphinx arms. Eventually, if you'd like to rest your head, fold your forearms one on top of the other and allow your forehead to rest right on top of your forearms. Turning your forehead from left to right. Really allowing your awareness to come into your right hip. Bringing the breath into the right hip. Notice if you feel discomfort here in the hip. No, it's normal. If you feel a twinging sensation of anything painful, raise your body up slightly. But see if it's just discomfort, you can bring the breath right there into that space of discomfort. It's an awesome lesson to take off your yoga mat. If something gives you discomfort in life, can you breathe? Find your breath. Someone's yelling at you, giving you a hard time. Come to your breath. See what that does for your discomfort. Sure, their words, whatever they're doing, may be very uncomfortable, but can you make yourself comfortable in the situation by bringing patience of breath? As you're ready, press into your hands, your forearms, and raise yourself back up into exalted pigeon. If you're really feeling it, you can release your hands up off the earth and raise your arms above you. But it's not necessary. Hands can just be right here on the earth. Begin to walk those hands out in front of you and then step back that right knee so that you're in tabletop again. And maybe a nice thing to do would be to sway your hips from left to right, or a few more rounds of cat-cow. Just link your movement with your breath if you can. Let's get ready to practice pigeon on the other side. Bring our left knee to our left wrist. Float that left ankle, that left foot out towards your right hand. And then step back that right knee now. You may realize or find that one hip is tighter than the other. That's quite normal. If this side is tight like mine, then you just don't go down as far. You can place that block again if you find that your hip is highly raised up off the floor. It just means that you're bringing the floor to you. Here we are in the exalted pigeon. If you want to move further into the posture, begin to walk your hands out, forearms to the earth, coming into sphinx, arms, floating heart out in between biceps, beginning to settle. Walking further would mean to make your forearms parallel to the top of your mat, stacking one on top of the other, and then releasing your head, your forehead, onto the pillow you created with your forearms. Maybe rocking your forehead from side to side, releasing any worry. Know that pigeon posture can produce anxiety. If that's happening to you, bring the breath to mind. Maybe it means you come up a bit. Deep hip postures can really bring emotional states of mind. Try to bring your breath to any emotional uprising you're having. Even though this may be somewhat uncomfortable in your left hip, try to bring the breath to that space. As you're ready, press into forearms, into hands, raise the torso up, Coming into that exalted pigeon one more time. If you'd like, you can raise your hands up off the floor and come up with your arms as if they're touching the sky. Dropping hands down and just come back to tabletop. Here, I'd like us to raise onto our knees. When you're ready, you may feel like practicing a few rounds of cat-cow from that pigeon. But in camel, we'll separate our knees so that they are right underneath our hips, so they're hip width apart. Let's curl our toes under to start there, to lift up our heels towards our bum. Inhale, raising arms above our head. Biceps will be surrounding both ears. Exhale to begin to bring your hip points out in front of you, slightly doing a back bend. Raise up here, dropping hands to the earth or to your sides. Bring your hands now so that they're at your lower back area, allowing your toes to be curled under. Bring those hip points out in front of you. Bring your shoulders in towards your spine, floating your heart space to the front of you and above. Breathing here into camel posture, a beautiful heart opener. Raising yourself back up. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, bringing those hip points out in front of you, coming into a heart opener, possibly a slight back bend. But if you just point your hip points out in front of you, that could be enough of a back bend. Exhale, coming back up. Inhale, left arm up, bringing hip points out in front of you as you slightly arch your heart up towards sky in any amount. Finding the breath, settling your mind in the breath. Inhale up, dropping arm to the side. Now, if you want to practice one more round of camel, inhale, arms up. Exhale, begin to bring hip points out in front of you, arching your back. Maybe you arch even deeper. Breathe here. Inhale up. Arms can come to your sides. Flatten the tops of your feet to the earth and maybe tap them here. Here, you may want to grab that pillow. I'm going to offer a child's posture to kind of bring us away and bring us down to the mat, but kind of move us away from that camel posture. Separate your knees, mat width apart. Bring that pillow in towards your pelvic area. Exhale to allow your body to float onto the pillow. Bringing your head down to the pillow. Closing yourself off here. Maybe closing your eyes. This is a yogic term known as pratyahara. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga. Relaxing all senses, meaning closing the eyes, finding darkness. Maybe just coming within as if you were a shell, a clam, and closing everything off to all sensations. Let it go right here into this child's posture. Bringing awareness of breath to your lower back. We practiced a lot of lower back stretching today, specifically in the posture camel. Bringing the breath awareness to the lower back will help release tension there. As you're ready, begin to move back up onto your knees. Bring your knees into one another and just rest here in this kneeling posture if it's comfortable. And if it's not, come to a cross-legged position onto Sukhasana, easy seat. Bring one hand on top of the other. It looks like this, connecting thumbs. Bring that to your lap. Breathe here. Witness the space you've created in your body, possibly your mind. Before we relax down into Shavasana, I just want you to witness all the beauty you created for yourself today, giving yourself some self-love. Coming on to your seat if you aren't there. Begin to slowly, gently come onto your back, lengthening your legs if that's comfortable, and maybe bringing that pillow or the blocks or books underneath your knees, and allow yourself just to come onto your back. Maybe rocking your head from left to right, releasing any tension. Let go here and now. Hands can come to your belly. They can also come to your sides. They can come above your head. Really, wherever you're feeling comfortable, place those arms and hands. I'm going to take you through a slight breath practice before I leave you for a few minutes in Shavasana. Bring your awareness to your heart space. See if you can bring your breath to your heart. Take a deep inhalation in your heart space. And on your exhale, bring the breath to the heart. Inhaling from heart, exhaling from heart. Maybe noticing, bringing to mind a picture of a rose. Place that image of the rose in your heart space. On your inhalation, allow that rose of your heart space to open up as if it's trying to reach its petals to the sky, to the sun. And on your exhale, watch the heart space or the rose close again. Inhaling, opening petals up to reach the sun rays. Exhale to bring those petals in towards the heart space. Practice that heart breathing a few more rounds on your own. Bringing the rose to mind or another favorite flower. Now allowing that breath practice to go. heart-centered breath, rose breath. Allow it to go and just enjoy the space of quiet and calm. Begin to deepen your breath here. Maybe bringing the awareness back to your heart space, witnessing on your inhalation, your chest, your heart raising, and on your exhalation, your chest lowering, your heart lowering. Know that right here and now, you always have those petals of the flower you put in your mind's eye surrounding your heart. Know that self-love protects your heart. Very important learning of that boundary. We are born of love. Love is our mother. Rumi. When you're ready, come to a comfortable seat, whatever it means to you. And if you want to lie in Shavasana, that's awesome too. When you make it to your comfortable seat, bring the palms of your hands together to your heart space, feeling the beating of your heart against your thumbs, your heels of hands. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and be free. Witness how you love yourself. Maybe give yourself some more self-love today. Thank you for your practice. Shanti.